Hello, this is Miss Schrader. Today we are going to be talking about the bronze doors of the Baptistry of St. John in Florence, Italy. And these sets of doors, which you can see here, are amongst the things, once again, that started the Renaissance. My students, you're going to need a piece of paper and something to write with. You're going to be taking notes, and then you're going to be giving me between 5 and 7 sentences about the doors of the Baptistry of St. John. So this is the front of the Baptistry of St. John. The building itself was built around between 1059 and 1128. So it took them about 60 years to build the building. It's in Florence, Italy. And at one time, it was the only place where you could be baptized in the city of Florence. So everybody who was born in Florence was baptized there. Now, these are the south doors of the baptistry. They were done in 1329 by Andre Pizarro. But in 1401, there was a contest for the design of the other doors, and it was dealing with three really, really talented guys who were early heroes of the Renaissance. Lorenzo Ghiberti, Filippo Brunelleschi, and Jacopo del Chiarissia. I hope I said it right. And Ghiberti, only 21 years old, was the winner. It took Ghiberti 21 years to do all of the doors. He did three doors with a huge number of panels done in bronze. And what makes them Renaissance pieces is how realistic all of the images are and how beautiful they are. The door you're looking at is called the Gates of Paradise, and it is talking about Old Testament figures: Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, Noah, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Joshua, David, and Solomon. This picture is one of the panels. This is the one concerning Joseph. If you know your Bible stories, Joseph was kidnapped by his brothers and sold into slavery in Egypt. And eventually he comes to work for the Egyptian Pharaoh and advises the Pharaoh to save food for 7 years in preparation for a drought. And this picture, this image is showing people with lots of food, looking healthy and things like that. So this is the image that Joseph is telling the Pharaoh will be taking place. But let's look at the actual image. One, they've got this wonderful perspective thing going on where as you look back behind, you can see a building, and behind that is the back of the building. The arches go all the way around, and it looks very three-dimensional. You can also see smaller figures to the left and up top, and the figures are smaller to show them further away. And the people in the front here look like you could really reach out and put your hand behind the figure. But keep in mind, this is a door piece, so you can't. Um, and another thing is that these columned buildings that are behind there, these look much more Greek than Egyptian. And this is Ghiberti acknowledging the Renaissance's love for ancient Greek stuff. This is from the north gate of the Baptistry, also done by Ghiberti. But this is a New Testament piece. This is the Transfiguration of Christ. Once again, if you know your Bible stories, Christ is transformed and is floating in the sky in company with Moses and Elijah, two of the heroes of the Old Testament. His apostles see him there talking with them. And so that's what's occurring here. You should notice once again the very three-dimensional aspect of this piece. And I've mentioned to you that Ghiberti worked on the doors for 21 years, so much so that they allowed him to put his own face in different spots at the door, as you can see right here. Here you can see some tourists looking at the gates. There is a gate in front of them so that they can't get up there and touch them. During World War II, the gates were actually they had molds put onto them to protect them from bombing. And then in 1990, they took the gates down for cleaning. And here they are cleaning the gates. After they had cleaned them, they chose not to put them back in their original location. They moved them to the Museo dell'Opera, also in Florence, and put exact copies in place instead. If you wanted to see a very good copy of the Gilberte Gates, you can actually see one in San Francisco. If you go to Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, they have their own very nice copy of them that you can see. And here you can see various different pictures of people taking pictures of what I hope they know are the not real Gaberte gates, since the real ones are in the museum. All right, my students, you are giving me between 5 and 7 sentences about what you found interesting, educational, and important about the gates of the Baptistry in Florence, these gates having been made by Lorenzo Ghiberti. Thank you.